Media has influenced me in many ways as far as how I see the world, being that people of different backgrounds and things of that nature, seeing them in satirical ways and cartoons, being that in Bugs Bunny and other types of things like Roadrunner and Looney Tunes, all of those characters, and Rugrats and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers. All of that definitely influenced me in good ways and showed me different things that resonate with me today, because it's funny thinking back at it as a kid. It was just more so a lot of fun, but it was a lot deeper underlying meaning to those things, to me anyway. But it gives me a Peter Pan effect. It gives me a nostalgia that brings me back to feeling like being a kid again. Maybe I feel like being like a rocket power and go skateboarding and going crazy, or being like Dragon Ball Z, feeling like I'm undefeatable like Goku, or anything like that. That's just what it makes me feel. Just it gives me another type of energy that's irreplaceable. That's what cartoons and films and music do for me.
Entertainment Central is an entertainment news talk show that focuses on what goes on and off the campus of CMU. It's music, it's sports, it's fashion, and it's entertainment. Our past president and co-creator, JRN Horn, is now our floor director for Fox 2 News. Adriana Quintero, which worked on various amounts of different segments for us, is now our field reporter, working overseas, doing things in news reporting. And Natalie Town, she worked on our entertainment segment. She's doing a whole bunch of stuff in Hollywood and LA, from Nickelodeon, you name it, all across the board doing entertainment news. So everyone is doing good right now.
Well, back then a lot of things had messages that were sent to us. A lot of shows back then I felt more that were appropriate. A lot of shows nowadays kind of weird. And even if you look back, you can see like the blatant things that were done to really try to show kids the right thing to do, rather than try to give some like subliminal messaging. So that's just how I feel it's changed. A lot more cruel humor, a lot more violence, a lot of more politically correct or politically forward thinking that may or may not be appropriate for children. Nowadays, a lot of the on-site locations is covered from someone's phone, so the first image is usually not from like a news source, but somebody's camera on social media or Instagram. So I feel like the way we communicate with news sources now is they're kind of asking us for our photos and courtesy from us, and it's a lot more people that's engaged with news because it's a lot more accessible than it was before with technology. Now people can go online and look at news, can get it to their phones, and other times just like newspaper and TV. So now it's definitely more integrated with people trying to be more active and involved in what's going on in the world.
So do you feel like technology has made us more aware of what's going on in the world? Do you feel like people are more aware of things that are going on?
Put a bigger lens or magnifying glass, if you will, on the subjects at hand that some people were ignoring or being oblivious, unbeknownst to them, maybe just being plain ignorant to what was in front of them. But with actual pictures and video evidence and recordings now, even off cell phones, off audio, a lot of things has been exposed and shed in light.
How did I meet President Ross? I met President Ross from my mentor and founder of the Midnight Golf Program, Miss Renee Fluker. And from that relationship, because she golfed with him and his wife, that made our rapport and our connection like that much easier. So I met him from her initially, but when I met him face to face, I met him at the second annual Black Males Rock event. And from that point, he had a discussion with the campus to address about race and really racial tension amongst the nation within our own school and campus. And that was a question I had to ask him about himself personally. The conversations I've had with President Ross has been each and every one has been a story and impact and changing moment in my life, because we've talked about race with him growing up, his father being a sharecropper, how he was the only of 12 children to graduate to college and become what he's become today. And we've talked about other things as far as him now resigning in more recent discussions, and the reason behind that is his wife felt like he's had enough time here, and he has a new grandson coming up. So him, not even coming up, he has a grandson here. So he's very excited for his grandson, very excited to be done with what he's done here, and he feel like he's had enough. And I just feel from all the discussions we had, past and present, it's a culmination of our respect for each other and the trust we have in each other as men to do the right thing and explore education in a sense that it needs to be explored in, not just with me and people that look like me, but for everybody.